Hi everyone. So thanks for your support once again. So now in the second video, I would like to give some information about the distributed and central installation in DMO, database migration option here. So here database migration here. So here the first question is, what is the difference between distributed installation and the central installation in the context of SAP system here? So normally this question everybody know here, right? The differences between so central instantal and the distributed installation here, central installation and distributed installation here, right? So here the distributed installation means the SAP application server is separate from the DB host here, meaning they run on the different physical host or virtual machine in the central installation. Both the SAP and DB on the different host it will run it higher. So DMO works here independently, not the dependently. DMO works independently of the installation type here, meaning it can be used for distributed or central installation as well here, right? So I hope it clarifies, right? So here the main important thing is DMO works independently of the installation type. So not the dependent installation type like central distributed HA. So independently of the installation type here. So it can be used for distributed or central installation as well here, right? So and sometimes, so what benefits does DMO offers? What benefits, sir? Why we have to? Some people may ask you. Some people they may ask me like, what benefits? What benefits? Right? What benefits does so DMO offer in terms of so the maintenance phases here in terms of the so maintenance phases. So what the DMO offers here? So the DMO offer the major benefit is the combined procedures here that requires the so instead of reducing the complexity, the duration of the migration process, so right? So efficient maintenance, the DMO offers the benefit of combined procedure here. So that requires only one maintenance phase instead of two. It requires only one maintenance phase here. DMO offers here, right? So that is the main thing here. So the second one is the how does DMO help in reducing the downtime here, right? How does DMO help in reducing the business downtime here, right? So DMO helps in reducing the business times by combining the system update, database migration in a single procedure in gunshot DB migration, right? So SAP means SAP update and database migration with a system move or without system move, it will do. So by minimizing the total downtime required for these operations, so the more activities will combine in the single maintenance here. So only downtime required. So reducing the downtime directly, so contributing the lower total cost of ownership, right? So lower total cost of ownership here, right? So directly the reducing the downtime, the mainly reducing the downtime to performing the uptime activities here. Either if you want to perform the DMO with system update, DMO without system update, with migration or without migration. So those things will be with system or without system. So that based upon our business scenario, we can choose it here. Based upon the business scenario, we can choose it here, right? So why few regression tests necessary required only when the time off? Normally, sometimes only why are the few regression test cases? Regression the tests necessary required when using when using DMO here, right? Which means so when using the DMO, because the procedure involves DMO procedure involves stable application server, SAP system, Due to in-place migration, the stability reduces the risk of the introducing the new issues. So that's why, therefore, decreasing the need of the extensive regression testing and everything here. So that's why regression tests are only few regression tests are necessary when using the DMO procedure here, right? When using the DMO procedure, new regression tests necessary here, right? So necessary. So when using the DMO here, DMO test regression test using the DMO here, right? So that is the one of the question here, right? So and also, how does in-place migration with DMO impact the system landscape here? How does how does so in-place migration in place so migration with DMO impact with DMO impact the system landscape here. So which means so in place migration with the DMO has low impact on the system landscape because you are this in place migration with the same place system will be migrating here. So it's not, it remains the same, your original application server, your SID, so all the database server is same. So it's only same here. So this approach simplifies the migration process and minimize the changes to the overall system architecture and everything here, right? So that's why the in place migration is a low impact on the system landscape, right? Low impact on the system landscape here, right? The sixth question sometimes like they may ask you, what is the advantage of keeping the original database during the DMO process here? So what is the advantage? What is the advantage? What is the advantage of keeping what is the advantage of keeping the your original database during the during the during the DMO procedure here, during the DMO procedure here. So normally your source original system will remain same here, right? So why? Because the advantage of keeping the original system during the DMO procedure is it can be reactivated as a fallback option, that this option is necessary here. That's why this will reduce the risk associated with the migration, and it will eliminates the need of complete restore, providing the safety in case of any issues during the migration. It will reduce the risk here, right? Then how does DMO provide the more time for testing before the cutover here? How does? How does? So DMO provides how does DMO provide more time, more time for testing before before cutover here, right? So which means DMO provides more time for testing before the cutover by allowing the migrations to be prepared, tested thoroughly in the advance, as advance we can test it, we can prepare it. Also, since this procedure includes the some in-place migration, the new database environment can be tested extensionally while the original systems remains operational. So ensuring any issues are resolved before the final cutover. That's why it's provide the more time for testing before the cutover activities and everything. We can do this one here. Also, what are the key benefits of using the DMO for distributed install compared to the central one? What are the benefits? What are the benefits here? So what are the benefits for distributed here? So which means so the key benefits using the for DMO for distributed installation is compared to the central installation, the flexibility to manage the different components independently, right? And independently. Also, better performance by distributing the load across the multiple servers here. So easier to scale specific parts of the system as required here, reducing the risk of single point of failure since database and application servers are the separate host. So if the distributed environment has some key benefits, obviously the hardware cost, operating system license and all So we need to consider. But if I talk about the benefit wise, the risk wise, so it will reduce the risk of single point of failure, right? And also the potential better performance by the distributing the load across the multiple servers here, flexible to manage the different components here, right? So the one more benefit here, how does the DMO contribute to TCO, total cost of ownership here? So TCO, right? So it's a the DMO contribute the lowering the total cost of ownership by reducing the business downtime here, minimizing the need for extensive regression testing here. Also simplifying the migration process by combined procedure in place migration, right? So that's all the will help to so reducing the downtime here by reducing the business downtime here, right? So and also the one more question, if I talk about why is it beneficial? So as I mentioned previous video, what DMO works independently of the so installation type, right? DMO works independently. DMO works independently of the installation type here, right? So why? Right? So as I mentioned in the maybe my previous video, why? So here, so it is beneficial only for the DMO works here independently of the installation type because of it provides the flexibility and also the consistency in the migration process here. Whether system is centrally installed or distributed or DMO can handle the migration efficiently here. So making the various system architecture and also ensuring the smoother transition to the new database environment. So DMO works independently of the system installation, which means either central or distribution. It will work independently. It will work here, right? So independently, it will work here, right? So that is the some of the questions. If I talk about the so interview questions about the so DMO, yeah, DMO and the distributed and the central installation type in the during the DMO procedure here. Thank you.